I must find the perfect spoon.
Excuse me, I need a spoon.
My spoon is too big.
Spoon with me, dude!
Hi, welcome to the kitchen. This is episode 9, Spoons Are Us. My name is Sam, this is Skip, and that is Logan. We will be your host today for a jam-packed episode of the Little Spoon Snatchers. We come in with cream of the crop. We're going to rank our top 5 stores, then NFL Charcuterie, and then our song of the week. How's everybody doing? How was your guys' Thanksgiving? Good? Great?
Thanksgiving?
Golden? Awful?
Before we get into that,
Oh, okay.
we should probably just start by preferencing the big thing here. So, quick announcement real quick, right off the top of the show.
Huge news.
This is the last podcast that we're ever going to do. No, this is the last podcast that we're ever going to post on YouTube. For now on, if you want the full-length podcast of the Little Spoon Snatchers, you're going to have to go to Apple Music or Spotify, or maybe it should be on some other podcast sites, I don't know. But
What other podcast sites?
LinkedIn, isn't that one?
there's a Google podcast or something like that.
Isn't there a LinkedIn or something?
I don't think that's for podcasts.
There is a LinkedIn.
Oh, is that not a podcast?
No, that's like
Job stuff.
Facebook for like business people.
Yeah.
More you know.
All right, so yeah, you're gonna have to go to
We won't be there.
yeah, not on LinkedIn, but on Apple Music or on Apple Podcast and on Spotify. On YouTube, we're gonna be sticking with the Spoon Olympics on here, as well as clips from the podcast. So you're still gonna get some clips. You're gonna get the full cream of the crop every week, and then different little clips from the episode. But if you want the full thing, check out our Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Big news, big things.
Links in the description.
That would be down below.
You know what used to be above?
What?
The description.
No, it didn't.
Back when YouTube was like first a thing, like the description was at the top of the video, and you'd have to scroll down to get to the video. They switched it around eventually.
Whoa,
Big news.
cool.
Old YouTube here.
So back to what I was asking. How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, Thanksgiving was just dandy. I had a great time. I ate a lot of food. Yeah, I mean, what else do you do on Thanksgiving? I watched football, took a nap in the middle of the day, ate some food. It's a great day. Can't really beat it.
Yeah, me too. Pretty classic. Pretty traditional.
Mine wasn't. Mine wasn't traditional. Some people may have had one or two many alcoholic beverages while trying to cook our food. So wasn't the greatest of food, but hey, I still had a big plate and I ate a lot, so that's all that matters.
I will say, at my Thanksgiving, there was no ham. There was no cheese and potatoes. There was no cranberry sauce. I feel like there was so many other more things that there just were not. There wasn't just regular corn at mine. No Brussels sprouts.
Need those.
Yeah, you need those.
I've never had.
Haven't made them yet, but I will be making them for Sam soon. I feel like there was some more.
I also missed a lot. We didn't have.
It was just an off year for Thanksgiving.
It
I
was.
felt like.
We didn't have ham or cranberry sauce.
I didn't have ham or cranberry sauce. Well, I didn't have any cornbread, which was like number 2 on my cream of the crop. I also our oven shut off halfway through, so the turkey, we had to wait for it to cook all the way through, and we had to wait on the legs specifically.
Oh,
So I didn't even get to eat my legs till later.
that's brutal.
It was,
Nobody ate the legs at ours, except for so my dad like butterflied the turkey, and even the light meat was very juicy and not dry at all. It was very impressive, very good. So on that, it would have to be up higher. We didn't have green beans. Green bean casserole we did have. Have to. I mean, my mom makes it for me basically.
It's great.
But yeah, it was great, and yeah, had a lot of deviled eggs.
we had green bean casserole.
So good.
It's so good.
It is.
It is. So I was listening. Kelsey was telling me that people talk and they basically like associate like years. Either this is like a Thanksgiving year or it's a Christmas year. And it really feels like it's a Christmas year.
Yeah, this
Just
year
like
does.
some years just like feel like last year like I said, Christmas just came and went, and it just kind of flew by. And I feel like that's how it was with Thanksgiving, but like I feel like it's a Christmas year. Like Thanksgiving just blew over, and it's like, oh well, like it wasn't anything special, but you know, I'm in the mood for Christmas.
It's funny that you say that because like last year, looking back on it, like I don't remember Christmas, but I remember Thanksgiving and I remember like New Year's. So it's
Yeah.
like Christmas just came and went, like you said.
Yeah.
And like this year, Thanksgiving kind of feels like it, you know.
Just interesting.
I'm excited for Christmas. I mean, I hope it's like that. I'm hoping that we don't just blow past Christmas this year, but
Yeah.
I'm pumped. And you know what? Speaking of Christmas, I think we just get into this, guys. I have a stocking.
Secret Santa, little spoon snatcher, Secret Santa.
So
Uh-oh.
it is December. It's
What happens if I
officially.
pick my name? Do I get to give myself a gift?
You could just say you have your name. It's up to you.
Okay.
You're just gonna keep
Or
your
it's
own
an
name.
excuse to get yourself something.
It is an excuse to get yourself a nice little.
Are we
nice-
white elephanting it? Or white elephanting it?
Isn't it white elephant like? No, this is Secret Santa. White elephant's when like you put all the.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we can.
Okay.
I don't think we can do white elephant. I was thinking that.
Well, white elephant is like you open your gift from me, and then I have the choice to either open up my gift from Sam theoretically or take your gift.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then
you
Sam
need more
opens
people,
up-
though,
I think
for
you need
that.
more people for a good white
Yeah,
elephant.
it could be, or we could just be like tossing around the same thing.
Yeah, that's what it would turn into. All right, so Sam, I'll let you
I
draw
can go
first,
first?
and Logan, you get second.
I hope we all pick our own names. That would be so great.
If I have my own name, I'm going to say I have my name. So that way we
Oh, you're the one that. Oh,
don't look, no peeking, no peeking, no peeking, guys. I'm in the middle. I don't trust you. I can't hide it anywhere.
I know who I got.
Shh. Guys.
All right,
Wait, I don't even know who I have here.
that was a fun segment.
I'm good.
Anything else happen really cool with you this weekend?
This doesn't fit on my
Skipster? Anything else happened to you?
I don't know. It looks like you're leading me into something.
I'm just
Did
asking.
something happen?
Sounds like a trap.
It does sound like a
I'm just
trap.
asking.
What happened to me this week? I was not there. I was at home. I was innocent. It wasn't me, officer.
No, I'm just asking. Like Saturday? Nothing happened to you Saturday? Nothing cool?
Oh yeah. I mean, I took a good nap. Listen, it was bound to happen one of these years. you
What
fool.
the analysis from Darius when he said the one sports guy said,
Bob
"Oh,
Stoops.
it's due. They're
It's
due."
due.
Yeah, Bob Stoops isn't he the coach for Oklahoma?
It was old Oklahoma coach.
He's like, "Oh, Michigan's due to beat Ohio State. They're due."
Mhm.
Darius was all mad about that being like an analysis for a game.
Yeah, Ohio State did lose this weekend. Sad day. Honestly though, like, I it's tough because like we were good this year. I think we were the only team that could have competed. Like before the Michigan game, I thought we were the only team that could have competed with Georgia.
Right.
But so now it kind of just seems like Georgia's going to run away with it. But I do like that there's new teams in the playoffs. I like that hopefully Georgia beats Bama this Saturday and we get
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State,
Cincinnati.
Cincy, Michigan, and Georgia.
So
Fingers crossed.
I have no dog in the fight, but I wanted Ohio State to win for the sole fact that, like you said, I think that they're probably the better team, but Michigan beat them. They're better that day. I think Ohio State was the better team overall, and like I said, the team that can compete for the national title. I think Michigan's gonna get mollywopped by any of those teams.
I disagree.
I also personally don't think Michigan should be in the top 4 right now over Oklahoma State.
I disagree.
I disagree too. I think Michigan is.
Okay, here's
I
my
think
thing.
at this point, Michigan is. I think they're the third best team. I still think Bama's probably better than you guys, but my problem is Georgia has such a good defense. I don't think you're going to be able to run over Georgia like you did to us.
But I don't know how you can say that Ohio State was the only team that can compete with them. We beat them by 2 scores, and we beat Ohio State like bad. Like we beat them like in every aspect of the game.
I also you won that game. Like we didn't like it wasn't like you won that game. So be happy, but also just you do it every year. Just don't get your hopes up now.
Oh, I'm not. I'm
Don't
not.
get your-
I mean,
Georgia's not. You're not going to beat Georgia.
you never know. I think we can. I don't think we're gonna get mollywomped. Our defense is sweet.
I don't think you'll get mollywopped,
Yeah.
but
You will.
you won't be able to run. I think you lose by. I think you make it there. I think you're better than Cincy and Oklahoma State. So unless Alabama beats Georgia in the SEC championship, and you have to end up playing Georgia in the first round, which would be tough. But
We'll see.
I think you do end up making it there. I just don't think that you. I just at this point I think it's Georgia. Like it's.
Well, I think Ohio State is a better team. I mean, you guys beat them.
I agree.
You guys beat them, but I think they're the better team.
How they didn't make any mistakes really.
Well, okay. There's a lot of things that go into it. I mean, one was, I guess Stroud was hurt or sick the whole week, which I guess I don't know how true that was. But like, also him having to deal with any adversity. He's a freshman, like, which give or take what it is. But I just think they're the better team, honestly. Like,
they have a better receiving core. I think their receiving core is really good.
You were at the game, so if you want to
was.
talk about being at the game, you can. But I think, like you kind of mentioned, that atmosphere was so crazy.
Unreal.
If it was played in a neutral site, I think Ohio State wins that game. I think that's how big of a difference that atmosphere made.
I do think that is. I think the atmosphere played a huge role in it, but I don't necessarily think that Ohio State is a better team than Michigan. I think that Michigan played. I think they have a really good defensive ends. That's a huge part in the game. Like there was times when Aiden Hutchinson was throwing around your guys' left tackle on the ground and just going to get the quarterback. I think that's huge, and I think the dynamic duo of Cade McNamara and then JJ McCarthy adds a whole different I don't know what to say, but play in the game. Like it's you have JJ in there and he can run the ball, but he can also throw the ball. Then you throw Cade McNamara, he's in there going to throw the ball, and they made some good throws. And I mean, I just think Michigan looked like the better team.
We can agree.
Sure, they looked like they definitely were the better team that day.
That day, you have.
I think they are
absolutely.
overall.
I played 10 times. I'd like to see what the final outcome of that game. If we played 10 games, I don't know how many times you guys would beat us total. But I think you guys are. I'm not saying you guys are bad in the slightest. I think you guys are a good team. I think you guys, like I said, probably going to play in the national championship as long as Bama doesn't beat Georgia this weekend.
It would be the Michigan thing to do
To lose to Iowa. 100% will. I think you guys.
Actually, I don't even know if it'd be the Michigan thing to do. I think it'd be the
Sam Beal
fandom thing to do. I think that's what's calling my name. You know, yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, but Sam was there.
It was there. It was
Go ahead,
awesome.
talk about it.
The atmosphere was, like you said, unreal. Megan was with me, and she isn't even that big of a fan of football, but she said, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool!" And then when they would start playing like the song "Pump, Pump, Pump It Up," like after they would score, and everybody was like throwing their pom poms around, like she was like telling me, like nudging me, like watch or like look at all this happening. I'm like, oh, I'm part of this right now. I'm doing it. It was unreal, and like I wish I was able to like storm the field. I could have probably, but I'd probably got trapped down there. It would have taken me like 5-6 hours to get home instead of just 3. So,
Yeah.
But no, it was really cool. I'm very happy that I got to do that and be there for it.
It's a good game to go to.
No, yeah. I kept looking at Megan, and I couldn't help but think about you, Logan. You wanna know why? Because I kept looking over at Megan, and I said, Megan, this is gonna hurt so bad. This is gonna hurt real bad.
I was watching it with Skip and his family, and I was telling him, I was like, guys, I've seen Oklahoma do this in less time.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are fine.
Yeah.
Like, and especially with, like you said, the receiving core that they have, like, and that could certainly happen.
And every time they went down and score, after the second half, and I was watching it, they would go down and score and like take it to a 1-score lead. And then we would put an amazing answer to it. Like we would drive down the field, take up so much time. But before that drive happened, I would always be like, oh no, this can't be. And like I was so nervous the whole time. I didn't think we were gonna win until we stopped them on 4th down.
You guys, the last thing I'm gonna say, because we talked about this for a while.
Yeah.
But I think the best thing for you guys was making that mistake early when you threw that pick in the end zone. Because all it really took was one mistake at the end we would have came back and won. If you guys made one mistake there at the end, I think we would have been able to take advantage of it. But you guys played, didn't make a mistake, no turnovers.
A great game. You were definitely, like I said, you were the best team in that. You were a better team that day. And before that, Ohio State was favored by 2 scores.
Yeah.
8. It was 8.
8 scores?
8
8
points.
points. I was gonna say 8 scores. I was baffled. I was flabbergasted when you.
Oh, I
No, they're
thought it was
8.5.
like 10.
It was 8.
Oh,
It was
8.5.
It
oh,
was.
so okay, kind of. But yeah,
2 scores. No 1 score.
8.5 would be
8.5 would be
I
2.
guess.
8 would be 1.
Yeah, they throw the half in there. It throws me off.
right. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think Oklahoma State should probably be in the top 4. I think they have better quality wins. Okay, beating Ohio State is probably one of the only good wins I think you guys have.
We beat Washington.
Well, Washington's nothing.
Washington's bad.
Wisconsin in Madison.
Well, okay, yeah,
handled them, and we beat Penn State.
So
Penn State.
I guess my line of thinking is if you guys beat Iowa, and then Oklahoma State beats Baylor, they would have beaten Baylor twice, who's a top 10 team, and then Oklahoma, and they also only have 1 loss, and then also Iowa State as well, and
the Big 12 isn't that good.
those are all like top 15 teams.
I mean, the Big
Well,
10
Baylor
was
twice,
all, the Big
top
10
10
was
team.
all in the top 10 though too at one point. Like everybody.
Well,
in the Big 10.
yeah, but then they're like now they're out. It's kind of anyway.
I'll say this last thing just to make a bunch of people mad. Be ready, college football fans of the world. If Michigan wins, if Bama wins, and if Oklahoma State wins, I think Oklahoma State gets in over Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, I think so
yeah.
too.
I think they should. Like,
I'd be ready to be mad if you're.
There's nothing. I think it's ridiculous that they're outside of the top. Well, maybe not. Now, even still, kind of. I think they should be in the top 4.
Let's just get.
I think they've done everything that Michigan and Alabama have done.
They're only lost.
I think Alabama has the least impressive track record out of the top 4.
Cincinnati.
Okay, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the 4 that we were talking about. Like
Yeah.
I think Alabama has the least impressive.
I just think it's so weird. I just don't agree with the like. Okay, maybe I should. Michigan should be in the top 4. I'm not sure if they should be 2. Fully, but
I think that was what the game was, though. Michigan versus Ohio State was like whoever wins this gets 2. Whoever wins, like
that's how it was always viewed. Was that Ohio State's a placeholder for who's ever the Big Ten champion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into the cream of the crop.
Let's get into.
Let's get right into it. Let's do it. So this week we are doing stores. Our top 5 favorite stores to go shopping at. Who wants to start us off?
Logan, you start.
all right. Starting us off big here. Hear me out. My number 5 is Best Buy.
It's a good one.
Good one.
Going into Best Buy, even though I might not shop or buy anything, it's so cool to just go in there and look at all the electronics, look at all the sort of the video games they have, everything. It's just one of those stores that it's just like cool to go and browse.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And we don't have one around here anymore. They got rid of it, but it's just still such a cool little thing. Like I'll be going in and looking at like computer mice and being like just it's a thrill.
I mean, I love going in there looking at like washers, even like refrigerators,
Yeah.
like even those, like even that weird stuff. Like those are so fun to go in, and those are so cool. Yeah,
There's just got a nice vibe in it.
I enjoy a good Best Buy trip. There's one just a couple
like
miles north.
Secor.
On Secor.
Yeah.
Well, there's not one right at
Yeah.
Right where
right
you're
where
right.
we live.
You're
but
right.
it's one of those stores that now that it's not there that much anymore, it's a treat when I go there.
Exactly. I think that's a big thing is that it's not super convenient.
Yeah.
Okay. My biggest problem with your number 5 is that I love a good Best Buy trip, but everything in there is so expensive. Which is why for my number 5, I'm going to go with Five Below. I think I love like the dollar store or like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, anything like that.
I almost put that on my list.
But everything in there just feels cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Five Below is like the perfect mix of a good dollar store where everything in there, like it's quality stuff and it's $5 or less. It's like,
for me, it's too small. I wish it was bigger.
Oh,
if it was bigger, it would be better.
Yeah.
But that's why it's number 5. It's just so fun to like, it's like, I remember the first time I went in there, I walked in and I'm kind of like, bro, they got this here? Like, They got that. And like I'm looking at all the stuff. Like my mind.
It's a nice.
Those are recent though. Like those just started popping up recently, right?
I don't know how old the store is.
More and more. They've been around, but yeah.
I just remember them. The one popped up.
The one around us
20.
is new.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it was newer. And I remember going in there the one time, and I was like, oh man, like you said, like wow, that's only $5. Like, that's really. I mean, it's probably not great, but it's like still like.
But it's all. It just feels so much better than the dollar store.
Exactly.
It's like if the dollar store is Walmart, this is like whatever the next step up from Walmart.
It's like you don't want to get like your.
Would have been a good comparison if I knew what the next step up from Walmart was.
Great analogy.
Wait,
great
what?
one.
It's like you don't want to get your like, your bacon from the dollar store, but. Well, okay, maybe I won't use the example because they don't sell that at Five Below. But you don't want to get like a phone charger at the dollar store. But like a $5 phone charger, you'd be like, yeah, okay, like I'll get that.
And it's cheap enough where it's like not breaking.
Yeah, exactly.
Costco. If Walmart is the dollar store, then Costco is the Five Below. That's a good analogy. I don't know. Sam's Club.
That's not.
I don't know. Go to your 5.
All right, for my number 5, this is the adult in me coming out. I'm going with Lowe's. I mean, Home Depot and Lowe's are kind of like the same thing, but I choose Lowe's over Home Depot because Lowe's is blue. I'm a blue guy. I love blue. But
I like orange.
Oh, fair enough. But I like Lowe's because it's you get to like just see something really cool, like whether it be like a ceiling fan or like a bathroom outfit or something like that. And you just picture it coming into your house and be like, that it's there. And like, I don't know. I as a kid, when my dad would go to the Lowe's and I'd go with him, I'd go play and like act like this is my house or like my kitchen and things like that. And I don't know, just being an adult now, like I definitely take a lot of trips out there to get like paint or stuff for around the house. It's really nice. It's fun.
I'm not quite at that point in my life yet, but so it didn't make my list, but there's one sort of home improvement store. Have you ever been to Menards? Menards is great because it has all of that stuff. And it has like little grocery aisles or like it has like clothes and stuff. Like I don't know. I love Menards, but Lowe's is great.
Yeah, I like Lowe's.
And I mean, I have like Home Depot too.
Home Depot's on my honorable mention. Just
good.
Because.
My number 3, right?
Yeah, no, 4.
4. My number 4 is Books A Million.
I thought about that too, and I didn't put it on there, but yeah, it's a great pick.
I don't like books. I don't like reading.
Yeah.
I just like the environment.
Great store.
It's great. Like you can go just like walk through, like look at covers of books. Cause usually, I mean, I like looking at pictures. So like looking at the covers of the books, looking how sweet they are. Or you're looking through the magazines, and then they have like the little to the left. They've got like those knickknacks with like magnets and puzzles. Then you can go find some sweet board games, and I know we all like some good board games. So sometimes you can find them there. Funko Pops, like it's just like endless possibility of just fun. And on top of it, almost every single one has a Starbucks in it. And you just feel welcomed.
Great pitch.
Just feel great.
So really good pick.
Picks.
I love a good Books A Million. I can't believe like I thought about it, but I didn't put it on my list. And I hearing you say it and talk about it, I was like, yeah, it's definitely top 5.
When we were down in Alabama, we were looking for like a magnet because we like whenever we travel, we have to get a magnet from the state we come from. And we were driving through like a bunch of stores, and there was a store that said BAM, like BAM, and I'm like, what is that? And then like I go closer, and it's like, oh, this is Books A Million. I know where this is. Like, oh yeah, it's a good store. I like it.
Good story.
Top 4.
Real good story. My number 4, I'm going with GameStop. It's not very big, but it's a fun store. We all love video games. So you just go to a GameStop. I haven't been to one in forever, but I just remember going to a GameStop and just like that feeling when you walk in there and like you see all the games. It's almost overwhelming, but it's so much fun just to like look, even if you don't buy anything, just to like look around at everything in there. Yeah. And then like they have a lot of, like you kind of said with the Books A Million, they just got a lot of cool stuff in there, even other than games. I love a good GameStop.
I have a weird relationship with GameStop.
Not a big GameStop guy.
I like GameStop, like you said. It's like Best Buy. Like I like to go in and just browse. But I feel like, there's like the memes where you can buy a game and then sell it right back, and they'll give you like you buy a game for $60 and then immediately give them like say, oh, I want to return this, and they'll give you like 10. Like it's kind of just weird, and like there's a bunch of rewards programs and things like that, and it's like you said, it's small, and I can only look at so many video games. But yeah, it's enjoyable.
I'd never sell a game there. And also, I think my big problem with it is that a lot of games are now like you just buy them.
That's exactly
on the device, so there's almost no need for a GameStop. But I'm just thinking about when I was a kid walking into a GameStop.
Oh yeah,
that there was no better feeling than walking into a GameStop.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably gonna be on your list.
Might be
We're
on my
gonna go to
list.
Logan.
my number 4 is TJ Maxx.
It's a good one.
One of the best places for clothes, and then also it's got great home decor sections. I mean, that's one of mine and Kelsey's favorite things, just to go and stroll through the aisles and look at all this stuff. And they have like new things every single day. Like things will like sometimes when I go visit her down at school, one of the things we do is we'll go to just TJ Maxx and just walk around, and there's stuff. There's one time we went 3 times on like a 5-day trip, and every single time there was new stuff out. And I was just like blown away. I was like, how did they do that? Like, how does a store sustain that? It was crazy.
So my question with TJ Maxx, is it like a lot of like, because I don't know much. I mean, I've been there. Obviously, I've shopped there and I've done that. But it's like, is it like a hand-me-down store kind of like where
No, it's not.
It's all new stuff.
Yeah, it's stuff that was sort of, I guess, discontinued or on like resale. So they a lot of their stuff is like Adidas, or they have a lot of Tommy Hilfiger and stuff. It's just stuff that wasn't sold, and then they sell to them, and then they just resell. So it's never been used or worn. Okay. It's all new. The clothes wise, the clothes and stuff is really nice. You can find some really really like hidden gems in there. Mm-hmm. But
it's like the home decor like stuff that was reused, or like is that
no, that's all.
So it's all
a lot of it's Ray Dunn, and definitely do not like Ray Dunn style stuff, but there's a lot of really really good stuff there. No, it's you should go check it out.
I mean, I've been there. It's not like I haven't been there. I just don't know the concept behind it. I thought it was like some of it's hand me down, some of it's
no hand me down. It's all new stuff. It's all
interesting.
Made and resold.
See, looking at my list, I kind of feel like I'm a kid because like you got Lowe's on yours, you got TJ. I've been to TJ Maxx one time in my life, and it was to buy your birthday present, like 2 weeks ago. Right? When I bought you, was that TJ Maxx, or am I thinking of a complete? They got the chocolate covered espresso beans.
Oh yeah.
I walked in there for chocolate covered espresso beans right on the. Didn't even go in the store. Like I walked in and went straight to the checkout so I could grab those. So that's the only time I've been in a TJ Maxx. Maybe I need to go. Maybe I gotta give it a try.
It's great. The clothes there are really cheap and very good. Like you can get a cool looking graphic T-shirt, $9, $7. It's great. Okay, so my number 3 is Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh, good one.
Another one, just go around and I will.
Is that your 3?
My number 3, dude.
Nice.
Let's go.
You can I'll go in there and I will just start looking at like soccer cleats. I don't play soccer. Like look at all the footballs. Like, oh, this is so cool. Look at all the basketball. Like, man, it's just great.
Yeah, it really is. Like I know, like from our perspective, like the one that's at the mall, that's one I normally go to. I don't know about you guys, but like there's just so many things. Like you walk in, you see shoes to the right, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go check out how cool those are. And like I'm never gonna play baseball again. Like, but I'd love to go like try on a mitt. Like, oh, look at this. I'd love this when I was in Little League. Like, then you go check out all the sports memorabilia, like for like all the teams. It's just incredible. Like I love the smell. Like, it's just like it smells so good in there. Like just like new shoes, new stuff. I love it.
So just to save time, in case we have to talk about this store later, I'm just going to talk about it a little bit now. But which one of you, it was one of you two, I went to a Dick's with, not the one here in town, but a different one. And they had a putt-putt course in there. Or like, not like a full course, but like a big putt-putt thing in there.
It was,
Did I do it with both of you guys?
I think it was us at DECA.
It was us, but I think I did it with you two on a wrestling trip.
I want to say, I think I went with like Dylan and Kyle.
Okay.
And everybody like that.
Because I remember someone needed wrist tape, so we drove to a Dick's to get wrist tape. So I was thinking that's what it was, but now that you bring it up, it was you with Deca.
Yeah.
And I love a store like I don't. Hopefully this isn't on any of your list. It was about to be on mine, like Shoe Carnival. They had the basketball bars. A store where you can do something in there. It's fun. Yeah. So I love that. But like when you can just sit there and do some putt-putt, they got all like anything you could imagine. It's such a fun. Plus they got, at least the one around us has an escalator in it, and you gotta go love a good escalator.
Great.
I mean, one of my alma mentions is like that.
So yeah, great pick, great Dicks. Does that me three?
What did you say?
You three.
Okay. My number 3, I'm going with, again, as I said earlier, I kind of feel like a kid with my list. I'm going with Toys R Us, but more specifically, and we talked about it, I'm going with the Toys R Us on Times Square, which if you guys haven't been to, it's closed down now. It's going to be like a Gap or something. I looked it up. It's going to be like an Old Navy or something like that. Gap. But there's a Toys R Us with a Ferris wheel inside of it. Are you kidding me? I mean, I guess I'm going to say all Toys R Us is here. It's so fun. And like, dude, just close your eyes. Think about being a kid and think about like your parents like, hey, we're going to go to Toys R Us today. I mean, does anything get better? No.
I actually, to be honest with you, that never happened to me, not once. I never went to Toys R Us. I always got my toys from like Walmart or
You've never been to a Toys R Us?
I've been to it, but it's never been a place where like I'll go like, out of my way to go to. Or like, oh, Mom, can I please go to Toys R Us? You can get the same toys at Walmart.
When you told me that, I was like thinking, you know what? Yeah, if I walked into a Toys R Us right now, I feel like I would love it. And then I was like, wait, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't now.
Because it's like, I still, when I go to any of the stores, I go through the toy aisles.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, most of the time I'm now looking at the board games, but I still like go through and like it's still fun. But like I won't go through like the fairy princesses and stuff and the Barbies. And I feel like that's like probably like half of that store is, and like it's mostly like all. And I won't go through like the kids' toys. I do sometimes actually because I have nieces now. Like oh they would love that sort of a thing. But even then, it's. I feel like that's all that store is now. It's like baby toys and things like that. So I would feel like I would enjoy it, but I actually don't think I would.
That's why I think for my pick, I mean, one, it's closed, so like I just couldn't do that.
And they're bringing them back.
I heard they are too, but not the one in New York. But that's why for my pick, I'm specifically saying the Toys R Us
that one's
on
awesome.
Times Square.
Yeah.
The Times Square Toys R Us is my number 3.
I can get behind that.
My number 3 is Dick's Sporting Goods. So
good pick, Sam.
it's great. My number 2 is GameStop.
Ha, good one.
I like that place so much I decided to work there at one point. But no, I really like GameStop. I think it's just the atmosphere. I went there I think Friday. I don't know, it was last week, so I was looking to get the new Pokemon game, and they were a little too expensive for me, so I went to Walmart, which was cheap, smart. But I don't know, I just like looking at the games and like the atmosphere of like it's a video game. Like everything about it is video games. Like watching like the TVs up, previews of the games, posters all around. I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. And then they have like at the beginning or at the entrance, you have like display like systems to try the new games out, and those are always fun to play. I remember as a kid, I would nonstop like play those and be like, "Mom, can I please get this game?" And then she'd be like, "Absolutely not," even though she got it for me for Christmas. But yeah, I like GameStop. It comes in at number 2. Like right when I suggested to do stores for top 5, like my number 1 and 2 were set in stone right away. Yeah. So,
but I'm gonna just bring this up because I don't know if either of you have been there. Down in Bowling Green, there's a place called Rock'em Sock'em Retro. I know I've told you about it, but I don't think you went with me. We should just go take a trip down there one day because it's a fun store. They got an arcade in the back, and it's just, I mean, it's like GameStop, but like old games. I got like 5 games for $15. Granted, they were like Madden 2003, but like, dude, it's so cool. It's such a fun store, and I'm just gonna throw it out there now. We gotta take a trip.
I love the thing about GameStop with the pre-owned games. Like there are sometimes when I'd go in there when I was like 18 or 19 and looking for like a PlayStation 4 game, and I would spend like $20 for 2 games, and I'd be like,
Exactly.
well, I'm gonna try these out because I spent my hard-earned money on it. It was cheap, so I just love the concept of like stores, and I hate the idea that not stores, games.
The concept of
buying the
stores.
like I like the concept of buying the hard disk and like the case, because I do enjoy looking at my collection of video games that I've like gotten over the years, and like all the cases, and I can see them all build up, and then organizing them from like system to system. So I think that's why I hate the idea of people switching over to just buying it all online. I know it's easier and whatever.
That's all I do.
Yeah, but I don't know. I prefer having like cases. And stuff.
I agree. I like cases.
I mean, I think it is cool to like see it, but at a specific point, it gets like too much, and they just kind of get out of room. If you run out of room, and when you stop playing it, so like my Xbox, I don't play any Xbox games ever. All I have it for is like YouTube and Netflix and Twitch and stuff like that. Those games up there, like they're basically useless, like, and they're just taking up space almost. Like I can move them, and that's why with my Switch, I don't have a single cartridge for it. Like I download them all, so that way like I never have to worry about like losing them or scratching anything, which can sometimes happen. And I have had it happen where I get a game from GameStop, because those are the only like pre-used game stores. And I mean, not granted, it wasn't like it was like a $15 game like Resident Evil 7 or something, or 6 or something, a really bad game, and it just didn't work because it was like pre-owned, which was like, I mean, whatever. Like it worked for a little bit, but then stopped. So I got to play it a little bit, but even then it was like, yeah. But
I get what you're saying.
I mean, there's pros and cons to both sides, but yeah, I am only because I switched to like computer gaming, so there aren't any, well, there are, but not really anymore as any discs for those. So that's just kind of what I transitioned to. And it was easier with the Switch because that's really the only other console I play games on now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like disagree that it is way easier, because I mean for like Call of Duty Vanguard, like the new one that just came out on PS5, I downloaded it. Because it is easier. It's just like, oh, just one click and it charges my card. Okay, cool. I have the game. But I personally just like enjoy having the case. Like
I mean, if you have the display and everything, for it, it's pretty cool, and especially if you've done it for a long time throughout multiple systems, for sure. But like, I don't have my original Xbox 360 games anymore, so like, for me, it's just like, and I don't play too many games, so like my collection of 5 is not very impressive. But who's up next?
That was my number 2. I did 3, 2, so you're up.
This man just shots fired at Resident Evil 6.
What?
He said that was like a bad game, Resident Evil.
I don't know if it was the 6th one. I actually have it upstairs still, but it was not a good game.
All right. My number 2, it's Dick's. You already.
Oh, nice.
One of you already brought it up. Was it you or was it you?
We both of us.
We both at 3.
Both at 3. It was. Yeah.
I feel like we've never had one a cream of the crop spot the same. Actually, except for Minecraft.
I think.
Yeah, we all did have Minecraft.
We all did have Minecraft.
But other than that,
And
like,
Patrick the Star.
We did have Patrick number 1.
You guys are Patrick number 1.
You're right.
Hey,
I was thinking like me and Sam kind of do the same a lot, and I feel like we never.
Well, Dick's was actually my number 3, and Toys R Us was my number 2. It would have been awesome if all 3 of us put Dick's at 3, but don't laugh.
The 3 dicks.
But I switched it, put Dick's at 2, put Toys R Us at 3, just because Toys R Us was at one store.
Yes.
So, but Dick's is my 2. Go to you 2.
Cool. My 2 is Costco. I think I know that this is another store on somebody else's list, but Costco is really great. My favorite pair of sweatpants were from Costco. Their clothes are great. Their food is great. Get it in bulk. And even like the concession stands at the end. You know, it's like the sort of the joke of like, you know, you spend $300 there and then you go get a giant hot dog for $1.15. It's just like, it's all worth it. You know, and Costco's great. And so they have everything. And if you aren't a member at Costco, you really should be.
Do you want to? Is that your number 1?
He's got a number 1. He's got to go first. Number 1 for him.
My number 1?
Yeah, what's your number 1?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. My number 1 is Target.
That's a good one.
Target is similar to TJ Maxx in a fact that we love looking at the home decor, me and Kelsey. And you know, it's sort of, because for us, TJ Maxx and Target are right next to each other, so we'll go to Target and then we'll go to TJ Maxx or vice versa. They have that little dollar section right at the front. It's awesome. The clothes are great, and most Targets now, just like Books A Million, are having Starbucks in them.
Really?
Yes.
And it just makes it so much better.
But
We go, because our plan now, like what we do now is we go to Starbucks, and then we go to TJ Maxx, and then we go to Target, like, and then drink our Starbucks when we go. It's like kind of like our little date night thing. But not the one here, but they are putting like a food court in here. The one here.
Yeah.
But the one down at her school has the Starbucks in it. And it's just so much more convenient.
Yeah.
Like and it's one of our favorite stores already. And then adding a Starbucks, like just like Books A Million, is just like, what?
Yeah.
so
Great.
the Target on Secor right next to the Best Buy has a Starbucks in it.
Yeah, they're
So-
starting to put them in there.
There's not a Target on Secor.
Wherever the Best Buy is,
Yeah, I when you said that, I was like, I didn't know what you were talking about, but
maybe I'm thinking of a different Best Buy, but the Best Buy that I shop at there's a Target right next to it.
are you talking about an airport?
Maybe, yeah, it's on Airport.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
way out.
That's not that far.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
that
they're
different.
20 minutes each way.
That's different ways though.
Yeah,
Um,
okay. But the Target, the Best Buy that I normally shop at now, that one, Target right next to it, has a Starbucks in it, so I like to shop at that Target too when I'm out there. But the only reason that Target was almost on my list is because of the one by us used to have that food court in there.
Yeah.
And I loved that food
They're
court.
putting in the new food court, which I don't know, it doesn't look as good. But to give you credit, or to like nod to you, they partner with Hearth and Hand, which of Magnolia, which is Joanna Gaines' company.
Oh,
So I mean that stuff is fantastic.
chips and
They-
gains, baby.
Yeah, they have really good stuff, and their board games typically. Black Friday they have crazy deals, but it's like buy two get one free, and then Black Friday they were like all like half off.
For real.
It's incredible.
Well,
Yeah,
why wasn't I
that is-
there?
it's an incredible deal. Like
I went
Target's
Black Friday.
amazing.
I went Black Friday shopping. Awful deals, terrible. When you brought up Shoe Carnival earlier, I would love to put Shoe Carnival on my list because I remember having terrible deals on Black Friday when I went
Yeah.
over there. No good looking shoes. All of the dudes' shoes were full price. They had like a little bit of the women's shoes that were like half off or whatever. I was like, this is bogus. I hated it.
I didn't even go. I have all my Christmas shopping. I got all my
Yeah,
Christmas
you
shopping
do,
done
yeah.
before, but
Not all of it.
Huh?
You got a new Secret Santa to shop for?
Oh, that's true.
I mean, to be honest though, let's all just come to the realization that we all just really like Starbucks. You know?
Yeah, Starbucks is actually my number
absolutely
one.
fantastic.
It's pretty great.
It
Like,
is.
it just is an
Love
added
it.
perk to
Very
every
great.
single store.
A caveat for this, I think the rule that we made was it has to be a place that you shop at, not a place that you place an order at.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, you know, Starbucks or like Annie Ann's or like anything in the food court at the mall, all of those were kind of like taken off. Starbucks would be my number one store though, if we could.
All right, we're not talking about like that's
Yeah.
a restaurant.
Yeah. Okay. Sam, do you just want to give your number one?
Okay, my number one is Costco.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely the best store to ever be created. I mean, you go in there, you like you said, spend $300, and you feel like you don't have to go to the grocery store for a month and a half. Like I went there Monday, and I bought like 4 or 5 things, spent $100, and I'm set for the week. And then on top of it, I get to have a little bit of snacks. You know, I walk through the aisle, just cruising with my little
Oh,
stroller. Guess what? Here's a sample. I'll pop that in. I'm never gonna buy that product. It's probably terrible, but it makes me feel good. Makes me feel appreciated. I get a little sample. We'll get a little yum yum. You know what I mean? Like the one I think I had like a little artichoke wrap thing. It was pretty great. I mean, I just absolutely swear by Costco.
Oh, it's great.
And it's like I have my own little routine. I go in there, go through the aisles. It's awesome.
I love Costco, and you kind of sold me with the free samples. There's nothing in the world better than a free sample.
It's the best.
There's nothing better.
You feel like you're amazing. You feel like they love you. But really, they're just doing their job. But you're like, you know, we're best friends now. And they're always like, oh, I've got this product. It's right here. Oh, well, bud, maybe next time. You don't want to let them down. You don't want to, like, say no. But, yeah.
And then like walk you to it. They're like, oh, here, if you want to buy it, here it is. Like, oh, and I open it and I like take it out. Like, thanks, man. And then like 5 minutes later, I walk back, put it back.
Or you just put it in a different aisle.
You never buy it, but you get the free sample. It's great.
Free sample. It's always amazing. I mean, it's fantastic. That place is great.
Costco's a great store.
But doesn't have Starbucks.
Dude, if it had Starbucks, it might be number one.
And the gas, too. I mean, hey, good.
I've never got my gas there.
Why?
Well, I'm not. I don't have a membership there. My dad does. So it's like
Mm.
I don't think I can use it.
You could.
But it feels like it's because it's like a 15-minute drive to get there. When there's a gas station, I pass by the one that's like 2 minutes away from my house at this point to get there.
I will say, I get your point, but at the same time, you save so much money with that getting Costco gas that it's unreal.
If I went to Costco by myself, I had a membership, and while I was out there, I was like, oh, I'll just get gas while I'm here because
Yeah.
But like, I never go out there. Like, I know people that do just go out there for their gas and then come back, but like for me, it just like doesn't make sense for me to go all the way out there. If I was getting groceries, yeah, that would make sense, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So
I work out right next to
Yeah.
our Costco, so that makes sense for me. But I also use Costco all the time. But yeah, Costco's number one. It's the best. Love it.
All right, my number one. I'm glad that none of you put it on your list because I think that it is by far the best store, the coolest store. That's Bass Pro Shop.
It's on my honorable mention.
Wow, I didn't even think of that.
I remember when the Bass Pro Shop around us opened, and it was kind of like it was a huge deal, huge deal. And I mean, there's a road, the Bass Pro Shop road out there.
Yeah.
But like, it's when you talk about an event, like going to the store is an event. There's nothing like going to a Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
Like I go there every Christmas to do Christmas shopping there, and that's like really the only time that I will actually go there. But like, walking around and just seeing all the stuff, seeing all the animals, seeing the fish, they have like that the laser game upstairs that you shoot
brought
at.
that up about saying like doing stuff in a store.
Yeah. There's nothing better than doing stuff at a store, playing that laser shooting game at the store, and they have other stuff. I can't even remember.
Fudge shops.
The fudge is. I mean, I was gonna get to the fudge, but the fudge, man, are you kidding me?
Are you fudging kidding me?
But they have so much stuff upstairs. Other than that shooting game, they have all this stuff that you can do there. Santa comes to town every year at Christmas time, and he goes to Bass Pro Shop. They got it's so much fun. And then like boats. Like I don't have the money to buy a boat. I will never own a boat. I mean, hopefully one day I can own a boat, but I am not in the state to buy a boat right now. But I love just walking around looking at all the boats they got. It's just so good. Like, dude, I can see myself riding that all around lakes and it's just
lakes and stuff.
It's just so fun. Like looking at all and my favorite coat. I'm not wearing it today. I should have worn it today. But my favorite coat, I got my dad for Secret Santa a couple years ago, and I bought it for him. And it's my coat actually. I just wear it all the time. So a bad gift, but I love it.
I like how you talked about like it was a huge deal for around us because it was like beforehand the closest place that was like an outdoor living was Cabela's, and I remember going up to Cabela's as a little kid and I loved it. I thought it was the funnest thing ever. Like you said, it was a trip. We would always say like, oh, we're gonna go to Cabela's for our one trip of the year to go up there. And now that it's like right in our backyard, it's amazing. I don't go there enough. I need to.
Yeah, I need to go. Like I said, I only go like once a year around Christmas time, but I need to start going there more. I plan on going there this weekend to do some Christmas shopping, but I do need to start going there.
They have such great things, and I remember the last time I went there was for faster horses up in Michigan, and we would get like our tents and stuff for that. But yeah, you have any good experiences with Bass Pro?
No, I enjoy Bass Pro. It's fun. Yeah, I like looking at all the animals, and yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. Hey,
I'll just
honorable mentions.
Yeah, I'll start with mine since Bass Pro is on mine. I went with Bass Pro, Build-A-Bear Workshop.
Good one. I've never been there. It would have been on my list
amazing. Though. And then I went with Walmart. That's my number 2. I had to throw Walmart on there. I use it all the time. I go there. Megan and I do a lot of shopping there.
I think Walmart's a good one. I was gonna put it on my list, but I didn't.
Yeah, you used to work there.
I did used to work at Walmart. That's the reason I didn't put it on my list. No, but it's a good store. It's got kind of like everything you need, right?
Yeah.
My honorable mentions. I do have Home Depot, which was on yours, or Lowe's was on yours, but I got Home Depot on mine. I got Guitar Center on mine, and then I also have Goodwill.
Oh, I should have put that on my list. I love Goodwill so much.
Goodwill's so cool.
Well, Goodwill's a great store.
Pay less.
Except Goodwill. It's difficult for Goodwill because you can go there and you can find something that's like, you can find like a sick sweatshirt, like a sick shirt for like $2-3, and it's like, wow, this is great. But like sometimes you'll go there like 5 times and see absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and that's sort of the I guess like charm of it, I guess, or like the nature of the beast is like you go 5 times, there's nothing, and then when you finally go, you're like, this sweatshirt's awesome. It's like vintage, it's cool. It was only $2. Like this is awesome, and then like that's like what makes it so prestigious is like that build up. But
I think that's what I was going to say. The treasure hunting of a Goodwill.
oh, I love Goodwill.
If it was closer, I mean, it's not like it's far, but like if it was closer, I think it would be high, like actually on my list maybe. But like you said, like it takes like 6 trips for you to actually find something you like.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to drive out there that often.
I was spoiled because at my school there were 3 around the school, and so if you didn't find one at one, you just go to the other one, and so you would pretty much always find one. But it was like fun because it was always like a fun adventure day kind of a thing. You're like, hey, let's just go out thrifting, and you go to 3 of them, and it's not like you go to the one and then you're done. Like you would go and you're like, nothing here. You're like, maybe if I don't find anything, like let's come back and then I'll get it. Like it'll be fate, and then you go to the next one and you're like, nothing, and then so. But great pick.
There's also a Subway by his school, so that's a story for another time.
That's a story for another time. So my honorable mentions, nobody put any of them. Mine, first one, similar to Best Buy, Office Max. I worked there, but it's also a cool one of like you go in and like just like looking at all the, for whatever reason, like stuff for like a desk or school is like it's so fun to like look at, like staplers. Like why are they so interesting or like cool? Or pens, like they have a wall of pens. I worked there, so caveat there, but
It's funny that we all worked at a store that we put on our stores list.
yeah.
Mine was not on my list.
Also,
Oh, you did it.
I'm more of a Meijer guy. I just wanted to add that.
Over
Yeah.
over Walmart?
Oh yeah,
I can't disagree. Honestly, I can't. But
I always go to Meijer.
Meyer's like,
I see.
I never realized how local Meijer was.
It is. It's really like it is local around like Michigan, and
It's a Michigan. It's a Michigan thing, actually.
I will say this: I would be a Meijer guy if it wasn't for Megan. Megan makes me go to Walmart because that's where she likes to shop. But like, I went to Meijer Black Friday because I went to We went to Walmart earlier in the day. I was like, well, maybe Meijer has some better like things to choose from. I went there and I liked it. Like, especially with ours, they just redid it not too long ago, so it's super nice in there.
Plus, it's closer.
That's the same
It's
distance.
not too close.
No. If like you have to, what way would you go that you wouldn't pass Meijer?
If you
The
take the expressway.
Well, why would you take the expressway if you're
I
going
always
that
take
way
the
anyway?
expressway.
I would take.
I'll
the
say this.
What? You don't take the road you're on and then like.
When I worked there, I would take the road I'm
why
on.
would you go on the express? Like that's so far away.
I
Like you
would
may as well go
the
to Kroger.
expressway.
I only go the expressway for anything that's
Kroger.
basically Kroger and towards the expressway.
I
Like
just
why
took
would
the
you?
expressway.
Why would you have? Because you have to get off the expressway and then they're like on the opposite side of the road. So then you have to like turn left. When if you go the other way, like it takes you right into the parking lot.
I prefer the expressway just because
It's
like
faster.
and I don't even think it's faster. It's just that I can less turns I have to deal with. I can just let my mind kind of like
You hit way less lights.
yeah. All right, we don't need to talk about this too much
That's
longer.
weird. That's
I
weird to
take
go the expressway to go to Meijer or Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Office Max, Kohl's, probably one of the best places for clothes in my opinion. I love their clothes.
It's the best place. I agree.
Yeah. I don't know if they like purposely like just say their clothes are $60 and are on sale for $10, or if they're actually just $10. But like it seems like everything's always on sale,
Always.
and so I don't know if. But it's such a good marketing tactic if that's what they do.
It
'cause
makes
I
you
fall,
feel like you're making.
fall for it every time. They're like at the end, they're like, "You saved $400." It's like, wow.
I'm so smart.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Kohl's.
And other than Kohl's, it's a not specific, but a card/board game shop.
Yeah.
Those are like Frogtown Hobbies, the one
Oh,
around here. It's
oh, yeah.
great. Just
I want to
really,
go there more.
I missed the one next to your work.
That's Frogtown Hobbies.
I know, I
moved
missed
up.
it.
They
They
moved
moved
up
it.
into Rossford.
Where?
Literally downtown.
by Billy V's and across from like
Really? I didn't
Re-
know that.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
go there
go there.
sometime.
Yep.
Hey, Quality Creams.
Yes.
Good Harvest.
Yes, sir. Good harvest.
Make sure that you guys get on our Instagram and no, it's not on Twitter anymore, but get on our Instagram. Check out our stories. We're gonna be posting these, and you guys can vote on who you like best.
Why don't you do us a favor? Comment down below. Tag us on social media as what your top 5 favorite stores are. It could just be your top number 1. But, you know, if you want to be like the cool kids in the club,
Yeah.
I would do the top 5.
This is peer pressure. Be like the cool kids and do all 5.
We moving on?
What is that? NFL Charcuterie.
Yeah. Logan, you got the recap here there?
Yes,
Bud?
I do. So last week, actually all of us did pretty well. Sam 4-1, much needed. Skip 3-2, so Sam gets one back on Skip.
I'm only down a game, baby.
And I also went 4-1. So that puts the total. Sam and Skip are 1 game difference between each other. Sam at 16, Skip at
I'm
17.
coming for you.
And I am at 23. So I am 6 ahead of Skip, 7 ahead of Sam.
Oh, wow, that's a pretty big lead.
That's just not fair. Why? Who left him in charge of this? I think he's
Yeah, he might be adding a couple
toying with the
talents.
numbers
I
a little
don't
bit.
know.
I'm gonna have to
We
rewatch
haven't
all
even
of
picked
these.
23 games.
All right. So the games this week, we got the Bengals, Chargers, the Lions, Vikings, the Giants, Dolphins, Washington football team, Raiders, and the Bills, Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to start it? You started the other one. You can start this one.
Why don't you start?
I guess I'll start it. Okay. Well, first one, we have the Bengals, Chargers. I am going with the Cincinnati Bengals. I've been picking them, and they've been winning, so I'm just going to keep picking them. Yeah, I think they're a good team.
I'm going with the Chargers. Justin Herbert, he's the man with a plan. And he had a bad game last week, but he's going to have a bounce back one this week against them Bengals.
I think if you pick the Chargers, you're a madman. Go Tigers! I mean, like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Bengals have been just
Good one.
crazy good. So
Yeah,
Go with
Bengals are
Bengals.
good. Bengals
Well,
are
they
good.
did play the Steelers last week. Steelers are bad.
they crushed.
But the Steelers are bad.
Dude, sweep them this season.
All right, fair. I mean, I
Who
think
dat?
it's a good pick.
Who dey?
It's a good pick.
All right, Sam, your team. This is the first time we're picking a Lions game.
Come on, baby, let's go. I'm picking the Lions. We're going to get our first win this week.
All right.
We almost beat the Vikings last week, or last time we played them.
Yeah.
We lost on a last-second field goal. So, you know, we're bound to win one, right?
Yeah.
Bound to.
I believe in Dan Campbell, so for that reason, I'm picking the Vikings.
Good pick.
Do you believe in Dan Campbell? Oh wait, do you guys remember when I picked the Cardinals and my logic was they haven't won,
Yep.
so there's no until they win or until they lose, then
Prove
I
me
don't
wrong.
think they can lose. Lions haven't won,
It's fair.
so until they win, I don't think they can win. So I'm gonna take the Vikings.
They're a bad team, guys.
The tough part about the Vikings is when they're on, and when they're not, they are so easily capable of losing to the Lions.
I mean, hey, I think the Lions, and we just activated in Fatu, our corner, a rookie corner from Syracuse. He was good before he got hurt against the Packers this year, so we
Okay.
needed some corner help. Go
All
Lions,
right.
baby.
Sam is really,
I've never seen. See, now I'm scared because I've never seen you this confident in a Lions game in your entire life.
Jared Goff, baby, Jared Goff.
All right, Logan. Giant. I know you only pick winners. Giants, Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, I know. I knew who they were. I'm picking the Dolphins. They're red hot, and I think they're gonna win.
Yeah, I'm also picking the Dolphins.
Sam's gonna pick the Giants.
I'm going Dolphins. I like Jalen Waddle.
It's just him.
Cool.
Just that one
Just
player.
him.
Yeah, he's been doing good on my fantasy team.
I saw a
like
picture of him with 2 penguins. I thought it was pretty cool. So that's actually why I'm picking him.
it. Did you? I need to see this picture.
Is Waddle get it? That was the joke.
Sam, do you get it?
So you didn't see a picture with Jalen Waddle?
No.
Sam, do you understand it?
There
Do
was
you
a-
understand the joke?
it was a-
His last name's Waddle.
It
and
was a
that's what Penguins
photoshopped
do.
picture. He wasn't actually with the
Like
penguins.
penguins, how they
Dude,
like.
you're false advertising.
But it looked cool.
Get outta
It looked
here.
like a cool picture, so I went with him.
Do you understand the joke though?
Did you get it?
Waddle, because he waddle.
Waddle.
Yeah, that's what penguins do.
Penguins.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
you're welcome.
You're false advertisement. I hate you.
Sam, next game
Washington.
versus the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm picking Washington.
Oh, you are? Okay, good one. I'm actually...
Write down both, okay?
Oh.
Sam?
Yeah, I am going to disagree with you. I'm going to go with the Raiders here.
It's a terrible pick. They're a dumpster fire.
Yeah, well, guess what? The Washington
They did just beat the Cowboys.
football
nice
team, for the second time this season, has literally rained poop on their fans.
Yeah, they did.
The pipe in the stadium broke.
That's amazing.
Second time this
That's
season.
why they're gonna win.
That's so amazing. That's why I'm gonna pick them. I'm picking the Washington football team.
Let's go.
Hey,
Yeah, they also they won me our fantasy matchup because they didn't throw to Scary Terry. Not one time.
Well, here's the thing. So
and they just
after-
kept giving it to Gibson.
After I got over the fact that you beat me in the game, I was like, all right, that's fine. Let's just keep Antonio Gibson getting some points. And he kept getting some yards. I needed 2 points. Literally 2 points to beat Kyle in the other league.
he told me about it. He was telling me about it today.
They didn't.
No, they stopped giving him the ball.
Yeah.
Then they put their backup in for like a 4th down run.
They got like a 20. Yeah. I was watching that game because I was like, because I had Russell and
Russell
Gibson.
played terrible.
Yeah, it did. Well, yeah.
It's fun though.
Yeah. Okay. So then.
All right. Last game, we got Bills-Patriots. I actually originally had the Patriots written down because I always pick against the Patriots and they always seem to win. But then when I switched it from my writing it to my phone, I actually wrote down the Bills and I was like, well, now I can't switch it because then it's gonna be bad juju. So I'm going with the Bills for that reason only.
You just went to some math equation there, and
Yeah.
I didn't follow it at all. But I'm going Patriots, because Patriots haven't been losing, and I've been picking them, and Mac Jones is the real deal.
I feel like I'm gonna regret the pick, but
I
my
would.
phone wanted me to
I
pick
would.
Bills.
Josh
so.
Allen's
Well-
doo-doo.
Skip. I'm picking the Bills as well.
Let's go, Logan.
I think they're a good team. They're just having a slump, and just like Mahomes, Josh Allen will get back into it. He's good.
Yeah,
He-
I lie when I said he's doo-doo. He's pretty good.
and I just not in good faith. I cannot pick against Dawson Knox.
Yeah,
that's
that's
just
true.
bad. That's just bad. Yeah,
You wanna change your pick?
You lost.
Yeah, you know what? Actually,
all your teams might lose now this week just because you did that.
I was trying to think of a
Wow,
We are
reason.
Dawson Knox podcast. I don't know what you were thinking.
Let's just change it
I
to the
forgot about it.
How?
I don't know how.
I'm so glad that you brought that up because I was trying to think of a reason.
That was the Dawson Knox energy.
It was
just
Dawson Knox
taking
manifested.
over- Yes, putting it. That's why you accidentally wrote the. You didn't accidentally write the Bills. You subconsciously knew.
Dawson
No,
Knox.
actually, he got hurt. He probably got hurt, and that's why I didn't
Why
pick
would
him.
you ever
I
manifest?
didn't wish it.
Don't.
Why would you manifest?
Where's Wood?
Wood? Our friend
That's
Dawson
why
Knox.
why
You
I
want him to
picked
get hurt?
against him. That's why I picked against
Dude,
Are
him.
you
if he
kidding
gets
me?
hurt now?
Sam,
It's
I want you to know if
That
he
is
gets hurt,
all
you're off
your
the show.
fault.
We're gonna
Yeah.
just buy a Dawson Knox cardboard cutout and put it right here
Yeah.
instead of you.
Okay, we cut out.
Ridiculous.
Can we cut his mouth out and I just beat him?
I thought you were gonna kiss him, but yeah, you can do that.
How would I kiss nothing? If we cut out his mouth, how are we gonna kiss?
Great point. Okay. Recap. the games.
You go.
I'm going Chargers, Lions, Dolphins, Washington, and the Patriots.
Sam, we only got one game the same because I'm going Bengals, Vikings, Dolphins, Raiders, Bills.
Skip, we have 4 the same.
Copy.
And Sam, we have 3 the same. I'm picking Bengals, Vikings, Dolphins, Washington, Bills.
See, honestly, it doesn't help me catching you, but this could help me not being last. Which, speaking of last, we still need a punishment. We're getting it's almost playoffs times, and we still don't have a punishment here. So let's hurry up, guys.
One thing I was thinking was, and this might be beneficial for me because I'm in first, but something we can think about is for that bad boy right there that you're caressing, the winner of this is like a money in the bank. They can cash it in whenever, for whatever,
You come on.
Yeah,
for whatever they wanted to do.
I agree. I think we do that.
So if I wanted to play you in tennis or disc golf, easy wins.
I'd beat you.
If Skip had it, I would 100% pick Darts Trivia. Not have to question because that would you may as well just give it to me. At that
Just
point.
know that when I do make a comeback and when I win, fine. So we're gonna do that. First place, whoever wins gets a cash in, whatever they want to play. They get to challenge the Little Spoon, the Golden Champion, whatever it's called.
Little spoon gold.
Little Spoon Golden
Please,
Champion.
What?
They get to challenge the Golden Spoon Champion in any challenge they want. So when I do end up winning this, I'm going to beat you in Mario Superstar Baseball.
I will whoop you.
Not a chance.
100%.
I'm practicing right now.
All right.
Right
so,
now?
Good picks.
Good luck.
All right,
Good luck.
let's round her out. You know what I'm saying?
Good luck, competitors, on your NFL games. But
You guys are copies. You guys are like basically the same. You guys picked the same.
And we high five twice. I just wanted to mark that down that we did high five twice today.
No, we didn't. Okay. All right, we're gonna get song of the week.
Sam, you start this one then.
I will start this one, and like I said last week, I had 2 last week, and I knew this song would carry over to this week, and it does. I'm going "You Should Probably Leave" by Chris Stapleton. Not a huge Chris Stapleton fan. I think he's kind of like boring, but I mean I do. I think he's really boring. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I do.
No way.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
I just at a loss for words.
You're crazy, Sam. Boring? Boring?
Okay, your turn.
You're a fool.
I don't know any other Chris Stapleton songs.
You probably do. I guarantee you that if you heard a couple, you'd be like, "Oh, I know that song." You might not like it, or you might not have
Tennessee
to listen
Whiskey.
to it. Well, yeah, technically yeah. But yeah, well, you've known some. Okay, my song.
I
of
was
the week.
just reacting the way Skip reacted.
Yeah.
I wish I could have talked about my pick, but it's fine.
Skip, you're just so rude.
Go.
You did talk about your pick.
Why do you have to shoot down his pick? He
And
was
he also
so,
did
he was
tell
so
me about
excited about it.
No, I loved your pick.
Oh, so song of the week's not even a secret anymore. What am I even doing?
He did tell me about it yesterday.
What am I even doing here?
Hey,
I'll just leave.
I love your pick. I hate the shots at Chris. First off, you're taking shots at Red Dead, and then you're over. What was it? Resident Evil. You're taking shots at Resident Evil 6. You're over here taking shots. I've never played the game, by the way. I don't know. It might be a bad game. You're taking shots at Chris Stapleton. This is just anarchy over here.
Go.
Okay. Listen, I don't want to do it, but when one of your favorite bands are getting back together, you have to. That's all you listen to. That's all you listen to, so you have to put it in there. So, I'm going to go with "Worldwide" by Big Time
Dude,
Rush.
oh my, dude.
I hate you.
Dude. Oh, I got you, Sam.
No, I love your pick. Okay, I know, like, I did a little switchy on you, but Big Time Rush, dude, we can't forget Big Time Rush is getting back together. I saw a TikTok today of them rehearsing.
It was false advertisement.
Why?
You got duped.
They're literally getting
You
back
got
together.
bamboozled.
Who says who?
TikTok.
Big Time Rush is getting back together.
No, they're not.
They already have a tour dates announced. Or,
Kendall left.
what?
He's gone.
I think you're lying. No, but Big Time Rush, man, worldwide. You gotta love a little worldwide. Tell me it's a good song.
Boring.
Tell me it's a good song.
Boring.
No, he said it was boring. Time out. You're taking a shot. He was the one that said that his song was boring. He said his own artist was boring.
I'm just sticking up for my friend.
Wait, but you're saying what he said.
But
I don't think Big Time Rush is boring.
terrible.
Sorry that
They broke up.
I love your pick more than you love your pick.
They're gone.
Okay, Logan, which
Well, unlike you guys, my pick is not controversial
oh, yeah.
in the slightest. Ever heard of a little singer from the UK by the name of Ed Sheeran?
Oh, I like it, Sharon.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. Ed Sheeran just came out with a new album.
Yeah, he did.
Listening to it, there's a song called "Love in Slow Motion." Great song.
How do you love somebody in slow motion?
Well, the title goes.
But yeah.
Dude, what? The chorus goes. I can't even think of it.
Dude, that's a wicked
I
chorus.
lost it when I saw you going into Kiss Santa.
Can't even think of it. I lost it when I saw you.
I lost it when I saw you kiss Sam.
Did you say Sam?
I
gotta listen to it.
All I know is that it goes, "Love in slow motion."
I hope
I can't think of the chorus of the song. But it's a very good song.
I'll have to give it a listen.
Nah, me too.
If it says
I've never
Sam,
heard
You
it.
won't.
No, I will.
You guys say
Hey,
that after every time
can I
I say
say
something and you never do. Have
No.
you ever listened to King's Kaleidoscope? Need to breathe. Need to breathe.
Dude,
Yeah.
I raked leaves this weekend.
Congrats.
Who
Eh.
rakes leaves?
Sorry that I have trees in my
I
yard.
have trees in my yard too.
Sorry, he's producing oxygen.
And I had my headphones in. I was like trying to listen to music. I was like, you know what? I'm listening to our Song of the Week playlist. And I went through and I listened to all of them. So don't tell me I don't listen. And I'm gonna. I like Ed Sheeran, so I'm gonna listen to the song.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to it when I'm running tomorrow.
Do it. You won't. The song won't be on there tomorrow. It's not going to be on there till Friday.
Tough. I hate to see it for the kid.
All right. Hey, good songs. Good songs. I heard.
Good ballad.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Me too. Let's
Go
go
get some food.
Let's do it.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Remember, this is the last one on YouTube. So if you want to listen to the whole show, the whole podcast, we're going to be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Link's going to be down below. Look out for our Spoon Olympics. Those will be coming up soon. And also future YouTube content. Guys, you want to 5 it out?
5 it up.